President Obama met with his national security team for 3 hours at the White House today to consider the next steps in Syria in the wake of the regime's suspected use of chemical weapons against civilians. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, who took part from Asia, says no decision has been made, but says the president is considering, quote, all military options. The international aid group Doctors Without Borders said today more than 3,000 people were hospitalized in Syria Wednesday with what it calls neurotoxic symptoms. 355 of them died. As Holly Williams reports, both sides in the conflict are accusing each other of using chemical weapons. A caution, some of the images in this piece are disturbing.
Well aware of the power of video in this conflict, Syrian state TV broadcast images today of what the government claims are chemical agents discovered by their soldiers in tunnels used by rebel forces in Damascus. The regime says this is evidence it's the Syrian opposition using chemical weapons, not them, though we can't be sure what's inside these small plastic drums. The government's claims follow international demands that the Syrian regime allow United Nations weapons inspectors to visit the scene of Wednesday's attack. This morning, the UN's High Representative for Disarmament Affairs, Angela Kane, arrived in Damascus, upping the pressure. Meanwhile, devastating new video emerged today from right after the alleged chemical strike. We can't independently verify them, but they show people gasping for breath, foaming at the nose and mouth, and suffering from convulsions. All symptoms typical of a chemical attack. In a crowded makeshift morgue, a father is shown embracing his 2 young daughters, both of them dead. "Wake up, my sweethearts," he cries. "For God's sake, what did I do?" And this seems to show a family who never made it to the hospital. Discovered dead in their own home, but with no obvious injuries. It's all consistent with the use of a nerve agent. But that can't be proven until the UN weapons inspectors are allowed in to test soil and tissue samples. Until then, the outside world is left searching for answers about what really happened and weighing what to do in response. Holly Williams, CBS News, London.